Hey there, beautiful souls. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot. If this is your first time to the channel, it is a pleasure to have you join me here. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. This channel wouldn't exist without you, and your support is truly appreciated. This is your August monthly general intuitive tarot reading. Please remember, not all messages will resonate with everyone, but if you're looking for something more personal, then check out the description box below this video, where you can find a link to my website, and you can book a personal reading. If you haven't already, this would be a great time to click that subscription button. It's free for you to do so, and it lets you know when I drop more videos. While you're at it, click the like button, which helps the channel to grow and lets me get much needed messages out to others who need to hear them. As always, let's begin with a few astrological highlights for the month. On the 1st of September, Saturn retrogrades back into Pisces, encouraging a deep dive into emotional clarity and boundaries. After dipping a toe into passionate Aries, this transit gives you one more chance to review your boundaries. Have you been able to assert yourself? Does your no command respect? If not, you have time to get firm. Saturn and Pisces can be emotional, so you'll want to elevate your self-care too. Then on the 6th, we have yet another retrograde. Uranus joins Saturn. Uranus favors change and disruption, but retrograde means it's better to hold off on making drastic changes until Uranus stations direct on sometime, I believe, in early February. So instead, use this time to review where you need to tear things down or leave well enough alone. This period is ideal for reconnecting with old friends. Eclipse season returns, bringing a wave of intensity. It starts on the 7th when the lunar eclipse in Pisces arrives. Emotions will be strong and boundaries could get blurry on this day. Trust your feelings and reinforce boundaries as needed. Your faith could be tested somehow, so it's wise to remain grounded and flexible. Know when to hold fast and when to let go. Sacrifice may be called for, but trust that this is necessary. The more willing you are to release, the better you'll feel. Then on the 21st of September, the last eclipse of the year shows up. This one's a solar eclipse, and it's in Virgo, and it's your best chance for a clean break. A fresh start is on the way. If something ends around this day, a new opportunity may emerge. Hold off on making decisions until a few days have passed. That way, you'll have the facts you need to make a strong choice. It's also a dynamite eclipse for decluttering, cleaning, and weeding. Put those tasks on your list and you'll emerge nice and neat. Finally, on the 22nd, Mars sails into Scorpio, and this is a transit that brings willpower, sex appeal, and intensity into the cosmos. On that same day, the sun will be in Libra, marking the official beginning of fall. So put your energy into strengthening partnerships, handling lawsuits, and making your home a showpiece. To sum up, September is a bit of a challenging month. Unfortunately, the astrology isn't always pretty. It's just the nature of time. There is a season for everything, and now it's time to see what tarot messages the universe has for you and your astrological sign. Let's jump in, and I will catch you on the flip side. All right, my beautiful souls, this is a reading for Pisces. That would be the sun, moon, and the rising sign. And this is for the month of September, so I hope you are well, Pisces. Are you well? Are you surviving this crazy year? Okay, let's get into it, shall we? So I will give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide. And for assisting me in interpreting the messages that are for the highest vibrational good of my Pisces seekers. Okay, one more shuffle, they said. So we shall shuffle one more time. All right, Pisces, let's see. What do you think they're going to tell you? I will know in a minute as soon as we get the 4 cards out and they start flooding my ears with messages. All right. May I please have 4 cards for Pisces for the month of September? You have the 7 of Swords. You have the Death card. And the 5 of Cups. Okay, and you have as the last card, you have 2 cards. You have the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups. And so that is a lovely pairing to have come out at the very end of this month. Because I feel like this month is a bit trying for you, my friends. You have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And it's interesting because you have the King of Swords, but behind the King of Swords, you have the 3 of Cups. So there's a little bit energy here of, I want to say, knowing and wanting. Okay? Take that how it resonates. Knowing something is the way that it is, wanting something else, but having to live with the way it is. Put that out there for you as well. I feel like I really want to talk about the King of Swords in light of the fact that when we are in situations where we can't change the things that we want to change, or we're living in a situation that we know is going to be a situation that will continue for a while. We become very militant in our actions. So we get up, we have breakfast, we do the dishes, we make kids their lunches, we do this, we do that, we take care of somebody, we go get the mail. Okay, so we start to get into this routine, and it becomes quite rigid, and you become almost very militant-like, if you will. Like, that's what it's very military-like, I should say, in the sense that, like, that's what soldiers do. They do what they're told, and they pay attention, and they follow their routine. Their routine is they, get up and they make their bed, and then they stand at attention, and somebody does an inspection, and you go out and you march, and then you have your run, and then you come back and you do your paperwork, whatever it might be. I feel like there's some kind of routine here. And this is the routine that you're living with because of the fact that you are in a situation that is not going to change, despite the fact that you also need a bit of fun, and you can't bring the fun into your life because you're in this rigor of responsibilities, in this rigor of having to do things over and over and over again in a very like manner, and it gets you, you're stuck in there. Okay, I'm going to talk about the Seven of Swords now, because the Seven of Swords for me is a card of saying do it a different way within the confines of what you have. Okay, now if you look at the Seven of Swords, a lot of people will say, well, you know, he's stealing all the swords, so he's being very deceitful. That is for some people. For me, it's more of saying, how do I get out of that camp with all the swords? That's a plan. That's a strategy. That's thinking about solutions. Okay? Now, if you are looking at it my way, what I will tell you is that guy didn't get there because he didn't try to find ways around things. Okay, he's trying with all of his might to potentially get out of a situation, and you're trying to get out of it in the easiest way possible. Now, if you are trying to get out of your situation, I get it. You have the Death card. It's going to be a transition. There will be some disappointment somewhere along the way, but things get better at the end of the month. So take it how it resonates for you, whatever the situation is for you. But for some of you, I just feel like this really is thinking about how to deal with your relationships in general, across the board, in your situations. Okay? I feel like for somebody with this Seven of Swords, you're looking for a new way because something is testing your patience. Okay? Something or someone is really testing your patience this month. And I feel like you need to practice some kind of boundaries for yourself, because otherwise you end up in this Five of Cups situation. And as I said, you're just in this militant thing all the time, and you just do it. You just do it. You just do it because you know you should do it. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can do it and still take time for yourself or do something for yourself. So you've got to think about this in a very different light. You need a different strategy. So let's clarify this Seven of Swords. Tell me about this different strategy. Yeah, it's got to be something that makes you feel good. Something that's positive for you, something that's going to bring you some feeling of lightness, something that's going to make you feel like you have, some freedom. Just like this character is going, oh, she's running in the field in the sunshine, going, oh, thank God, beautiful day, I feel so happy. This is the strategy you need to come up with. Okay. I feel like for somebody there is, your patience is being tested, and there are some challenges ahead for you, and it will all come down to your ability to assert your boundaries. That's what it's going to come down to. Okay? All right, let's clarify a little bit more. There's your Temperance card. Did I tell you it's going to test your patience? That's what Temperance is. Breathe. Breathe and you shall get through this. Okay? I do feel for somebody, as I said, you're going through a change, you're going through something that you're going to have to try and use this new strategy in a different way. There's your Four of Cups. This is you hemming and hawing over how to do it. You're trying to come up with a way to set your boundaries, potentially saying to yourself, I need to have some productive conversations, maybe some conversations just in general, to try and change things up. This is what the Death card is. It's a transformation card. It's a card of change. All right? I feel like this change is testing your resilience at the end of the day. So let's clarify that Death card. And if for some of you, it's not just changing in one particular way. I feel like you're kind of constantly going through different metamorphosis in your life situation. In other words, 1 month it's like this, 3 months later it's better, 2 months later it's worse, 6 months later it's it's just, it's constantly seems to be in a state of flux for some of you. I feel like you know it and you feel it and you're just trying to deal with it. And you have the Tower card, so you may feel like it's crumbling, something's crumbling, or that you need to really get to the root of this issue and then you can rebuild on it, start again on that. I do feel like you require some faith. And if you don't have faith, or you don't have a religion, or you don't have something you can put your faith in, the universe that it's going to get better, or that you will get through this too shall pass. If not, find yourself a friend whom you can say, I don't know, I need to talk. Okay, because that's what's going to bring your balance back. Okay, Six of Pentacles. So, as I said, I feel someone is going to push your boundaries. That's why you have that Five of Cups. Someone's going to attempt to push past your boundaries, and you really shouldn't allow it to happen. And I do feel also with that Five of Cups that I think that you've learned a lot about saying no over the past few years, and it's like you need to hold firm with that, okay? And you need to keep practicing it, so continue to say no if you know you need to say no. And you've learned a lot, so it's hard to say no the first time, but every time thereafter it just gets easier and easier. And you need to do that because you need your own time. You need something that makes you happy. You need something that fulfills you, okay? And the only way you get that is by setting your limits, setting your boundaries, and you say, yes, I do my routine, I do my routine, I do my routine. However, in that routine, now I'm going to slot in 30 minutes to go to my own room and meditate. Or I'm going to take 30 minutes and I'm going to take my bike and I'm going to go for a ride. Or I'm going to take 30 minutes to go outside for a walk and nobody's coming with me, it's just going to be me time. Okay? So I do feel like for someone, you've learned this and you need to hold firm. It is going to test you a little bit. Somebody's going to try and push that in this month. But I feel like somebody gets some idea how to deal with it smartly. There's your Seven of Swords again. You figure out the plan, how to deal with it, so that they don't get the better of you there, okay? And if they don't get the better of you, then, you kind of smooth over that situation. All right. Yeah, you get this Judgment card. Starts, you free yourself up a fair bit, okay? And that's great because you're moving into the last week of the month with the Ace of Cups, and it moves into the Two of Cups. So there's a leveling up here emotionally. It means that you really start with feeling like things are you're starting to lighten up. You're feeling better about it, and it just gets a little better and it gets a little better, okay? Because you're going from the Ace to the Two. So I feel like for some of you, the last week of the month there, things really start to flow. Things start to flow better, and it starts to pay off, and you start to have a bit of breathing room. Now, whatever that might mean for you, breathing room, okay? For some people, that's just, pushing back on the boundaries. For some people, it's other things as well. Take it how it resonates. I feel like somebody gets a fresh start. For somebody else, you get a fresh partner because you have the Two of Cups. All right, so a new partner, a new paramour is there perhaps. But I do feel like whatever it is, you're putting your personal life on a more harmonious path, all right? Because you've allowed this to not take over you and run your life, if you will. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so I feel like this is exactly what you needed to do. And I feel like you know, that it just opens everything up in the last month. Once you assert yourself and you say no, you're not going there, right? Nobody can take advantage of that. So you know, now the only person who, you know, gains from that is you, obviously. So follow your hunches, right? Because I feel like you could, this is something that you need to be aware of. And if you're not, you have to be careful, because there is the devil there, all right? And you can be stuck and bound in this rigor of yours, this routine of yours, you know, longer than you really need to, okay? So just be aware of that, all right? I just feel like you really do open up in that last month. And as I said, I think it's because you just finally either, you know, push past that, or you find yourself a community of people, a tribe of people who, you know, understand you, can listen to you, and give you a bit of a break there. Okay, Pisces. Let's get an oracle card for you from the Archangel Michael. Let's see what message they want to give you. What message would you like to give Pisces for the month of September? Okay, get number 14. It says, have no fear. Okay, it says, have no fear. I'm going to read it to you, all right? It says, fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Set your boundaries, people. Don't hold back. Set your boundaries. All right, Pisces, I do hope there was something in this reading that resonated, and I'll leave it there. And if you are enjoying these readings, then please show your support for this channel. You can do so by clicking the like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and clicking the notification bell. That will let you know when I upload my next video. And you're going to want to keep coming back here, because I will be announcing my next contest very soon, and you won't want to miss that. All right? But until then, please know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.